Short-term rental cheat code number 7. Why do people come here? You have to keep asking yourself this question over and over again. Before you get into any property, you have to figure out what are the profit drivers that are going to have people already in the area. So for example, in my little tiny town, Mount Pleasant, I knew already there were people that came to Mount Pleasant for a few different reasons. First, there's a little space called Contoy Arena where we have people that love this equestrian park. They come there for races, they come here for horse shows, and they come here for rodeos. So I needed to make sure that I would have a space that was perfect for them. We also have a place called Maple Canyon. There are climbers, hikers, picnickers, all these people that come from all over the world to this beautiful area to see the scenery and to climb mountains. And then the last profit driver for that area is a school called Wasatch Academy, where we have an international student body, and they have parents and faculty that come from all around. So in my little tiny market, I had to know that, and I had to figure out how do I get people to come to this place based on what they already are in the area for. So if we're talking about Salt Lake City, why do people go there? You need to make sure you know what are the events in the area. You also need to know what are the places that make the most sense for your people to stay at. So when you're really clear on who it is that you serve, you need to also know where is it that my people are going. So for instance, in Midvale, that's one of the places I have here in Utah. We have Real Salt Lake Stadium, very close. We have a place that brings a lot of business customers like Topgolf, right? We have all these different restaurants and concert venues like the Maverick Center if you want to come for hockey. All these different areas will allow your guest to say, oh, I'm already going for this reason. Oh, that place is really close. Yeah, that makes sense for me to stay there. So as soon as you can really answer this question, why do people come here? You can start to answer it in many different ways. Okay, this first one, find your hive. Now, what I mean by this is everybody's gonna jive different with different people. You should fit in to your target market. Figure out who it is that you already like jive with. For me, I'm kind of a nerd at heart. So the FanX crowd, for instance, I absolutely love to go to FanX. It's kind of like a Comic Con for those that love anything that's pop culture. I was like, yeah, I want to go to that. I want to market to those people. Those are the people that are my people. When you find your hive, who you attract to yourself will be more like that. People like them. So do yourself a favor and recognize what are the things that you would come to this area for, and start to put it together in your marketing so that you know, I would go there because of that, and I would stay here because they mentioned that they serve that person. Sometimes if you don't say it, they're not gonna know. For instance, some of you may know what like the white pages are. Other people that are younger, you might just Google stuff. But the white pages, if you went and you wanted a 24-hour plumber, and it's like 9 o'clock at night, definitely past business hours, maybe even earlier than that, but it's 9 o'clock at night, you're looking through the white pages and you see that there's a plumber, but it doesn't say 24 hours on it. You start to go to the next person. Oh, this one's 24-hour plumbing. Who are you gonna call? The person that said they're 24 hours or the person that didn't? They might both serve people 24 hours a day, but because one didn't say it in their marketing, you're not gonna go there. So keep that in mind when you are trying to find your hive. Don't just think about who is it that other people are gonna be serving. Think about who is it that I serve, who am I like, and then where is my hive? Okay, moving on to this next point. This is key. Where's the buzz? Now, when I say that, there are going to be certain times where you have a compression day. What a compression day is there are multiple events that are happening in the area at the same time. And instead of the demand being a normal demand, the demand skyrockets. And because of that, you're going to be able to find people that want to stay in your place. But if you don't have the right pricing strategy, you don't figure out, hey, how am I gonna serve that person? You may undersell your property. Now, when I say where's the buzz, this is kind of multi-layered. You need to make sure you know where people are going, and then how to align with that noise, with the sound, all the things that people are talking about. If you can get your property in alignment with that noise, suddenly the marketing is done for you, right? Okay, I have a story for you that is based on a BBE documentary I watched a couple weeks ago that absolutely blew my mind, okay? There's something called Japanese murder hornets. Now, these are massive hornets that little honeybees here in America can't handle. Like if they get into one of our hives here in America, they just go and chomp off their heads. If you look here, I gave a little example. Their heads just get chomped off with these mandibles. They chomp them. Now, these murder hornets can come and wipe out an entire hive, and they come and steal their honey. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But in Japan, the honeybees there have adapted and created something that is absolutely unique in the way that they defend their hive. Check this out. They will go and swarm this crazy massive hornet and cook him alive. Because once his body temperature goes about 2 degrees higher, I learned that these hornets die. The little honeybees, their stinger can't penetrate the exoskeleton of this hornet, and yet, because the entire group of honeybees start swarming and going around this hornet, it gets cooked alive. So how could we apply this to our short-term rental business? Think about, where is everybody swarming to? Where are the things that everyone wants to get to? Maybe that hornet is a concert that is in demand. You have someone that is a huge name celebrity that's coming to your town, and suddenly, instead of a property that is gonna do just all right, you can jack up your price and have tons of people have an influx there. And if you position it right, you attract the right people, suddenly you're going to be able to absolutely benefit from this. Brian Chesky, the guy that actually started Airbnb, it got started because of events like this. They had events in his hometown that were way booked in advance, and all of the hotels and the short-term rentals in the area were booked. So he had an idea. He's like, man, I need to figure out how I can benefit from this. And he marketed to people at the conference, and he said, hey, I'm going to make you breakfast and you can stay on these 2 queen air mattresses. It's going to be great. Think about what you can do with the assets that you already have. And if you have figured out, hey, where is this crazy big murder hornet in my area? Where's the event that creates those compression days? Suddenly, even if you're only doing this part-time, you can start to get some serious benefit. Hopefully that was helpful. I thought this was so much fun. Thanks for listening.